Today I'm finally reworking my Seele and turning her into the DPS that she deserves to be. If you've watched my Honkai Star Rail videos since the beginning, you'll know that Seele was my first ever 5-star character, and I've made a lot of videos showing off just how amazing she is. But since then, I've grinded up a lot of relics, and I'm looking forward to seeing which ones I can throw onto her. These are my Seele stats currently. She has 3000 attack, 122 speed, and a 60-195 crit ratio, which I'm actually quite proud of considering that some of these pieces I've had on for months at this point. I use her with the free-to-play 5-star hunt weapon from Simulated Universe, and I got this S5 immediately when I completed all of the Simulated Universe worlds, and this gives a tremendous amount of crit rate, which is something that my Seele desperately needs. This is the build I have for her. Of course, 4-piece Brilliant Stars, but unfortunately 2-piece Celestial Differentiator, and that 16% crit damage definitely came in handy, but it's far from being her best in slot Planet Ormus set even back in the day. Today's the day I also max out my Seele's traces, which is really cool because she was the first character that I crowned, and she's gonna be the first one that I triple crown. Actually, in this game, I guess it's a quadruple crown, or is that how it even works? Let's start with the basic attack. There we go. That is leveled up all the way. Next up is the talent, and then finally her skill, which is very important as well. I have finished the race. I've also finished using all my credits. I hope Topaz doesn't come and try to collect some debt because I'm pretty much broke now. But we still have just enough to also level up her weapon one more time. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get it maxed to 80 yet, but at least it's at its maximum ascension level. Today I'm going to be making sure that my Seele has a 4-piece Brilliant Star set with improvements, but I'm also going to completely rework what Planet Ornament set she's using. And of course, I'm talking about Rudolin Arena. This is really solid for any character that needs a crit rate boost, while also giving them an attack percent boost to their basic attack and skill, which is really crucial for someone like Seele that wants to use her E to be able to kill off enemies to get an extra turn, therefore also getting her ultimate back a lot quicker. High amounts of crit damage here. Ooh, 17%. Okay, that's a solid start. No crit rate, but none of the pieces I have actually have both crit rate or crit damage. All right, you know you want to give me that last crit damage roll. Come on. HP, all right, of course, but that's not a bad start. I do really need some crit rate pieces though as well. Ooh, okay, there we go. Can it give me over 20 crit damage though? Effect resistance, really? That's still a pretty solid one. I mean, it's better than the other one because at least it has attack percent on there. I think I can easily upgrade this. I mean, 9% crit rate is quite a bit, don't get me wrong, but that defense roll was pretty bad. I do have a 4 substat here. I have 2 4 substats. Honestly, it's not even defense anymore. It's HP that keeps screwing me over. We're gonna pretend that last piece didn't happen. This is the actual one. Crit rate, crit damage. Come on, please roll well. 14% crit rate? What? That is my highest crit rate piece on my account. That is actually crazy. No, why? Why? That's still amazing, but this could have been like a broken piece. That's pretty solid though. So it's not exactly an improvement, is it? I mean, it is, honestly. It has 5% extra crit rate. But I already have one that has 5% extra crit damage, so I guess we'll just see when it comes down to it. There we go, we got a crit damage roll on one, finally. Okay, so this one has crit rate and crit damage on there, nice. See the roll though? Ooh, it did go into crit damage. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Now some crit rate. Okay, that's not crit rate. This time surely though, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, they were just messing with me a little bit. But this piece is already kind of bad, to be honest. But you know, might as well, right? Never mind. That sucks. As I already said, I have a pretty solid body piece here. Crit damage of 64 and crit rate of 8. The other one that I have is actually pretty solid too. It has crit rate there with a little bit of like break effect, but I'm not going to be throwing that on. Of course, this is kind of like a backup piece for any other quantum character I want to put it onto. So I guess we're just moving on to the boots then. And as I said, anything would be an upgrade over this because I need crit damage and or crit rate on an attack percent boots. All right, let's see it. Come on, crit rate 2. What is that? No, 4% speed too. This could have been amazing if it was like high crit damage because I need a little bit of speed there. Are you kidding me? 18% break effect. I don't need that much. So I do have a problem when it comes to the sphere. I don't have a solid quantum damage one yet again. The only one I do have is this, and it does have crit damage on it, but it doesn't have crit rate with it, so it might not even be that great. Oh, not a single roll went into crit damage. Are you kidding me? There's no way. There is no way. What is this piece? It rolled everything but crit damage. This is probably the worst quantum damage sphere that I've had. That's all right. We have a backup plan though. I have a few that I can make here. So give me quantum damage, please. Wind. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. Attack. Defense. Okay, come on for the last one, please. HP. Are you kidding me? Now that I was able to get my hands on another quantum damage sphere, this one has crit rate, which actually wouldn't be too bad since the other one doesn't even have high crit damage. So I hope that it all goes into crit rate. None of it went into crit rate. Are you kidding me? That's rough. So this is my final build and the pieces that I decided to go with. I am a little disappointed to say the least. Some of these pieces ended up being just as bad as when I started or just arguably a little bit better. But in the case of like the hands piece, it actually turned out pretty well, and let's see how I did. Oh, okay, so we did reach the threshold of 70% crit rate for Rudolin Arena, which is really solid, but as you can see, my crit damage did go down almost 30%. That is a little bit of a bummer, but some of those pieces either only have crit rate or crit damage, and none of them really had super high amounts of crit damage. I'm really happy that I was able to get Rudolin Arena on her, so let's go ahead and see how she does. Alright, we're gonna take her onto my favorite simulated universe world, and with the Path of the Hunt, which is really solid. Her plus this path just makes this simulated universe world super easy peasy cake. So of course I'm gonna be aiming for as many hunt path blessings as I can, but some elation ones won't hurt as well. Like this one will be really good for making her follow-up attack damage increase, but I definitely don't want them to keep giving me elation path. And so far they're being a little lenient with giving me some hunt path blessings, and there we go. So I really love this one a lot. Of course it's really good for doing a lot of damage, especially once you get it to where you can use 2 at once. Usually when I run Simulated Universe 7, I use Dunhung and Bibiter Lune for most of the run to get through it as quickly as possible, and then I snag up Seele after the first boss, to then use her against every subsequent boss since she specializes against just one enemy. With that said, however, my Dunhung and Bibiter Lune is no pushover, and he definitely clears a lot of these floors leading up to the final boss, which is really nice as well. There we go, we got our first 3-star blessing for the hunt path, and this is very important to have when it comes to running this simulated universe at its highest potential when it comes to the hunt path, because once you get the other 2 3-star blessings, it just makes it so easy. But this is a solid one that I will take at the beginning, but definitely the least one I would want. Ooh, and they gave me an Eidolon 1. Okay, I will take that. That's nice. So now we have picked up Seele, and I already feel like she's gonna be doing a lot more damage on her E after I take out an enemy. Honestly, it does feel like she's doing more damage. That's actually a lot. 74,000, and she was only boosted up by Teen Yu, and I don't even have Bronya there. That's pretty good. Oh, this is a really solid one as well. Even though it's only a 2-star, this is really good matching it with the other 3-star blessings, because once you defeat a character, which in Seele's case is something you already want to be doing, she regenerates a massive amount of energy. So later on, if you can kill an enemy, you'll get your ult back almost immediately. And that'll give me my first resonance, and the one that I always go for off the bat is doubling it. I usually don't get all of these, of course. Here's our first elite enemy, and I think that Seele will make quick work of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up. I usually pop Halo first, and then Seele if I can right off the bat, and then I use Teen Yun to get my energy back. 160,000. Wow, okay. He didn't even have the quantum weakness there, so I probably would have done a lot more on the break effect. Alright, Fushan will go ahead and end this, but this was pretty simple, and that was a lot of damage that she did at one point. That was probably because of the stack she had for the critical boost. There we go. Oh, they gave both of them to me? Are you kidding me? That's actually crazy. And they gave me an elation one too. So these are the bread and butter of the hunt path, and they're so broken. This is the first one that I'm going to choose. When you break an enemy's weakness, you advance forward 100%, meaning as soon as you are able to break the weakness of an enemy, Seele is going to be right there again. And this one is similar, but this one you have to actually kill the enemy. But if I can get this again later, pair it with this, that is amazing. And we did get a Fortune Glue Curio, so I will most likely get that other blessing again. There we go. I was able to get it right away, which is really solid. And what's really good about this one too, I actually think I am going to go with this one, is because if you defeat an enemy, it'll regenerate a lot of energy, meaning you can just use it like right away again, which is extremely good. All right, we have reached the end of the domain, and let's check all of the blessings that I was able to accumulate so far. So of course I got all of the 3-star hunt blessing ones, which is really solid. As I've already said, they are broken and it makes this run so easy, but along with some of these amazing 2-star and even 1-star ones, I'll have no trouble getting through the deer. I do have 3 elation ones and only 1 preservation. They literally gave me nothing but like hunt, which is really cool. All right, here I come, deer. And I like to use Pela in this fight instead of Bronya, even though it would boost me up more because there are a lot of ice weaknesses on this boss. So let's just go ahead and set up right away here. We'll apply my Pela there. And then I'm actually not going to use Pela to break it because I want to use Seele so I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. So the main thing you want to do against this boss to clear it so easily with Seele is to make sure that you're continuously breaking these other enemies on the side and or killing them. That way you can regenerate your energy and keep attacking the deer with your ult or your other attacks over and over again. Like what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break this, and then I'm going to use my ult on the deer. 167, that's pretty good. Then I'll go ahead and break this here again, which gives me another turn. Then I should be able to kill it as well. Yep, and there it gives me my ult. That gives me my ult because once I kill an enemy, my energy goes up so quickly. So we can get another ult in. Then I can just use my Q here. And I already pretty much have my ult once again here. Pop it one more time, and then we still have another turn with Seele after there. 150, and he's already dead. Like, it's so easy and broken this way. And I like to bring Fushuan as well so she can weaken it just a little bit. That way Seele can take it out for sure. But we can go ahead and start popping some of the hunt blessing path here because I have not used it yet. And if I already didn't get my ult quick enough, I can just use Ting Yun to boost it up like that. So the one thing that I've noticed is that my Seele is hitting her crits so much more consistently because I'm not underneath 60. I'm above 70 now. Wow, that was a lot of damage right there. So yeah, she's doing so many more crits now, which is very nice to see. 114,000 right there already on the E. That's nice on the follow-up attack. And I'll go ahead and just pop my ult here, might as well. I'm going to save my Pela though ult. That way I can break the weakness a little bit on the other enemies. He's already at 50% health though, like it's insane. This is just such a crazy thing that you're able to do with Seele. And it works with a lot of the other enemies too, like they just keep getting to be able to attack. So like if I break right there with Pela, then I can attack one more time, and then the deer has his weakness broken as well. Alright, I'm gonna chill out a little bit because I do want to finish this boss with Seele. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna kill this here, get the follow-up damage increase, and then pop my ult. And the deer is dead just like that. It is so easy. Almost 200,000 there, only being boosted up by Ting Yun. And wow, that was the easiest I feel like that's ever been. Not only did I have a lot of the great path blessings, but I can already tell that this Seele build that I have on her now is a lot more consistent, and it actually does have a higher damage output, especially on my follow-up attacks. That is gonna do it. Let me know what you guys think of my newly improved Seele's build. I am a little disappointed with how some of those relics turned out. And as you guys can see, the damage speaks for itself. She is amazing with this set on her, and I just love using her against the deer. Hopefully one day I'll have an even better build on my Seele, but for now I'm happy where she's at. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.